Yeah, I just go through all whatever we have discussed. I think data warehouse concept we have already discussed most of the things. No
Right.
taken from and the designer part component I already explained how many component is there in Informatica. That one also covered. And the Informatica concept like in architecture I explained already. Source qualifier, target designer, transformations, mapping. This is the high level actually. Source qualifier already explained ki if you want to download any source table, means you want to pull the data from your source, then you can open the source qualifier, then import the table, and then you can start the mapping design. Transformation we'll discuss. There are the many transformation there. So we'll discuss like aggregator. For expression, we have already discussed in last class. Today we'll try to start explain like aggregator and lookup and
Okay.
mapping. Yeah, we are continue working. Maplet I will discuss on later. Session task, once we work on session task, this two topic will discuss in workflow level. Suppose we are going to design the workflow. So first we need to create the session, then create the task, then link both, and if you execute, that is a complete work. So let me open my scene. This is actually a complete transformation. First, in target, currently we are using the relational database, right? Relational target, relational source, like Oracle. Oracle as a source, Oracle as a target. After once it's finished, now we'll start for flat file from target and flat file as a source. And somewhere we are using, we'll use like a flat file as a source and target your relational database. So will vice versa. I will explain that part as well. But yeah, today the first topic will discuss like a relational target, relational source. Expression I already explained, right? If any question in expression transformation, then you can ask. Else we'll start the, I think, yeah, sequence wise, like sorry, lookup transformation. So what is the lookup? Then yeah, today we'll explain the lookup first as a some overview I will give, then some practice. Let me open some lookup. Finally, just I start my. Okay, in lookup, yeah, lookup actually, what is lookup is actually a passive transformation. It can be connected or unconnected. Why we are saying the connected or unconnected? Suppose lookup data we want to make as a unconnected, then you can write the query everything as a functions, right? In query, and don't connect any pipe from don't connect from source qualifier to your lookup any port. You can just call that port in expression transformation, call your lookup in your expression transformation, then you can fetch the value. If you want to connected lookup, connected we always like expression. Suppose if you want to pull any data from your employee table and you make the lookup from your department, you want to pull the department name. You write the query query select star from department table where department number is this. So department number with port will join from your source qualifier employee table, right? That is called the connected because we connected that port as input and join the condition in your lookup area, and you pull the department name from the department tables, right? There is a dynamic lookup is connected. Why is saying the dynamic lookup? Because every row will refresh from your source table. Because suppose it, meantime the data is coming from anywhere, like your when you are executing that workflow during that time, if you change anything and second row or third row, every row it will be go in your database and check what is the exact correct current value to refresh that value. If you make the dynamic, if you make the static, it will be load when your session is started, right? I will discuss that part as well. Okay, you can make that workflow either dynamic or static. There is option in lookup area. I will show that one once I open, me parallelly open actually. This is the machine I open. Then I start the service, the Informatica service. Start services. Once I start, then let's come back in. Hmm. Second, we can import a lookup definition from any flat files or relational database to which both the PowerCenter client and server can connect. Suppose why this point is saying you want to make the any lookup right in your mapping. So you can import that lookup definition. Means you want to build the lookup on basis some any table. Then you can go in lookup transformation. Then you can import that one so that you can without manual interpretation can remove, and you can if you want to write any lookup, you can based on that table you can import complete definition, then you can write there. Last option, we can use multiple lookup transformation in a mapping. Yeah, there is no restriction, you can use multiple lookup inside the mapping. There is no any restriction by Informatica, right? The Power Center service queries the lookup source based on the lookup ports in the transformation. It compares lookup transformation port value to the lookup source column value based on the lookup condition. Pass the result of the lookup to other transformation target. This one also, why is saying this one? Suppose you are written any lookup based on, because you write the any lookup based on the any source condition, right? Source condition means suppose we want to populate the department name based on the department number. So your department number is the source, right? And source port. That port will link your lookup port as a input, and your lookup output port is a department number as well also. Then it will be joined the both your source department number, your lookup department number. Once it join, when you execute that workflow, it will be joined automatically and populate your department name. Let me show you the exact. Yeah, I open this one. Login Informatica. Default I use change the admin password. Okay. Last time I used the expression transformation, right? I created the expression transformation. Now let me open the database as well so that you can understand how I going to import it. First, I will use the same same mapping. Then I will use the fresh mapping. First, suppose here is employee name, manager, and other department number, right? There is no, but our requirement is I want to populate the department name. instead of department number. So my requirement actually that clear, right? So first I go here in transformations, right? So we create the transformation. Here is the options, right? Multiple options. Transformation, list of transformation. So we are working on lookup. So we select the lookup. Then you can write the lookup name, any name you can write, but yeah, some specific, some like company, industry specification, some code, your naming convention. Then you can use like this LKP as a lookup. You can understand. Then you can write the name like department name, and so that you can understand okay, this lookup we have written for the department name populations, right? Then create. Here asking which table you want to base this on. Here asking source table, your target. So I want to build on source because, but in source, if you notice here, only at that time we imported employee table, right? As a source. Now we requirement is actually we need to import the department table as well. So there is no table in Informatica, so we go for import that table. Import from relational. Uh, he asking about the let me info source. Yeah, I connected this one. Then if you notice here, all department employee kind of table is there, right? So I import the department name. Then I click OK. Done, right? If you notice here, department all definition is populated automatically when we click import the department table. But if we don't want to import that table, then you can write the manual things, right? I downloaded everything as a department, right? I import output code. There is the input, output, and your lookup. What is the lookup code? This is the lookup code. This is the output code, right? Everything automatically came. First, this is looks like as an unconnected lookup. Then I want to join with the department. Then I will uh, remove this last code. Okay, last code. I don't want to populate the department number. So I will pull this department number in your lookup. Then I just rename that name so that we understand what is actually input. Just type the name like as a input. Okay, so that you know the what is the input department number. Okay, this will be as a input code only. Now you can apply the condition. Okay, basis on the department number and the input department number. Okay. Now, in your if you notice here, in your target table, there is the column employee number, name, job, manager, hire date, salary, commission, and department number only, right? I want to populate department name. So then I need to alter this table. I need the new column as a department name here. So I go there in your database. Then I will alter, right? Ritika, are you following? If any doubt, you can ask.
Yeah.
Mm. I going here on database. info target actually. Info target. Select star. My table is EMP, right? That means table name EMP load, right? Copy that table, then you can select it.
The star space after select.
Oh, yeah, this is the data is already loaded in last. Okay, I need to add one column, right? Alter table. Okay, table name. Table name is your EMP table. Add dpt name where 2 will give the size is 40. Okay, table is altered, right? So we added the new column as a department name. If you notice here, right?
Right.
So once we added the department name, I need to refresh again our target. Then it will be visible in our Informatica, because if you notice here, there is no uh, column. There is no any column, new column, right? I
Right.
need to refresh again, or you open, suppose right click here, then edit. Sorry, you go there here, target designer. This is the work mapping. Either you can open and just click at the manual, right? There is a manual option. You can add new column.
Okay.
Or second option, you want don't want to anything, so you can just refresh again. It will be automatically. Uh, this one is target, right?
Yeah.
Target. Password is same. I just want to copy and paste here. Table EMP load data, right? I will replace. He want a table with the name employee load already exists in your repository. You can either rename the table or replace the table. So you asking like there is two options. So we want to refresh because we have appended one column. So we'll replace the existing, right?
Yes. Right.
So once I replace, click on it, it will be automatically populate the department name, right?
Right.
So now I will go in mapping designer and just expand here. Okay, I build the lookup basis on the your department table. Now after that I will populate the department name, right, in your just drag and drop it. Department number I will remove from here, then click apply, and after that I will link this port to your department number.
Right. Okay.
Okay, then I will save. Once you save, you can just cross check everything, right, in logs, like your updated transformation, no errors, completed kind of. If here is showing any error, then you need to recheck again. Mapping load is valid, right? This is the
Right.
actually compiled. Your code is compiled perfectly, and your mapping is valid. Then you can go in workflow manager. Then I open the workflow manager. And another thing also I will explain so that we are aware. I was discuss about the static and dynamic, right?
Yeah.
To that one, there is everywhere because in interviewer and somewhere is asked kind of thing questions. So you can just see the properties. Actually. If you notice here, there is a lookup table. Suppose we are not writing it. There is first option is given the SQL override. You can write the query itself, right? Basis on. If you want to join multiple table, populate to the data or name based on the multiple table, then you can write the query SQL override here. Okay. If you if your query is based on the only single table, you want to populate directly and because why you are populate directly because there is the less number of columns. Suppose there are the 100 columns your tables, right? We not going to populate the complete code. We just write the query here. The select department name from department table. Where like we'll select only one column so that we can join department name and department number and the name. We take the in select only two columns. Another one is for joining perspective, another for the target perspective, right? It will be, yeah. Third one is source filter. Suppose you want to filter any apply the anything, you can apply, but there is optional things. There is a lookup cache enable. He said why cache enable means if you want to read uh, suppose Informatica, sorry, lookup is actually you're not define anything. Cache or the multiple type, dynamic cache, static cache. So if you enable the dynamic cache, it will be every row it will be refreshed during the your processing. But if you create like default as a static, so when you start your integration service, it will be downloaded automatically all data in, and when your process is started, it will be picked from the from the cache. Actually, go in cache and pick so that your processing time is less and it will be faster. Third, actually lookup condition, whatever condition we have given, that condition is showing here. Connection is the your info target basis on your Oracle. You can provide the connection as per your requirement. Which database, which schema you are using, accordingly you can provide here. Tracing label is actually given the normal. There is the three option verbose, initialization, verbose data. So we are using always we are for processing, we given the normal. But if you want to, if have any issue like suppose your company having some issue in mapping, you want to analysis, you want to analysis particular that issue, then you can go via line by, you can change that for a debugging perspective you can change for debugging perspective verbose data so that you can read the line by line logs. It will be captured the logs actually.
Okay.
This one is the PM cache directory. You can change according to your industry because this one is given the default. But yeah, industry by industry, they given the some is created the specific directory there in Informatica server, and then you need to change accordingly. Suppose here PM cache directory is standard directory at server. After that, given some created some folder like your application. Suppose we are pulling the data for sales, they created the sales kind of folder. So because we store the complete sales cassette in your data, right? Last one is the lookup cache persistent. What is the lookup cache persistent? If you want to enable, then you can enable. But yeah, by default, not enable because as per requirement, we are using this lookup cache persistent or kind of things, right? This one is lookup index cache size dynamic lookup cache. Yeah, this is the dynamic lookup cache. This is unchecked, right? Because when I need that kind of requirement, then I will go and check. But dynamic cache, it will be slow your entire map because it will go every just kind of context switching. If you read that Oracle cursor and other thing, because every time we go in database and check the what is the current data and then populate that data if you enable that dynamic cache. But in ETL perspective, we are not mostly use the dynamic. We are using mostly static cases so that our performance get improved and it will be work properly kind of things. Right? Basis on requirement, they given the option if you want to use in your requirement. Suppose if any data is dynamically changed, frequently changed, like if you work like any share market kind of things, right? It will be changed frequently. There can be used like this every second. Right? Output told this cat will be stopped in within like a second. I will rejoin. Yeah.
Okay.
Meanwhile, other option या कैसे file name you want to कैसे source insert update else insert. This is the option, but yeah, this is not using. Here is given some pre-built lookup कैसे if you want to like fetch the lookup means information from